Hi, it's me, Cunty Velma. It's giving. And we're going to read some cards today because my poor little cards have been sitting and collecting dust. And I've just been channeling my little heart out and not even touching them for my videos. Like, what even is that? So we're going to see what's going on. Naturally, we're going to get a cozy little drink. I've got my matcha. Okay, and it's ice cold, and we love that for me. I gotta throw my hair in the trash really fast. Nothing but a little trash hair. That's okay. So what's going on? Let's find out. Because May has just been so relentless. But it's good. It's good. It's beautiful. It's like, I feel like, although May, all right, we're going to take these off because they're just reflecting my windows and it's getting on my nerves. Yes, the Scorpio full moon at the beginning of May, like, intense is like an embarrassing understatement. I feel like May has been absolutely bonkers, but there's a reason for it all. There's a point to it. It's not just, showing us darkness for the sake of darkness. There's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of things being dredged up so that they can be healed, so that they can be integrated. Like, all these things that are happening, look. Why she look? The things that are being triggered up in us are not just to torture us. The things that are being triggered up in us are being triggered up in us so we heal them. So over this 12 days, and whenever this video finds you, it's for you, but like right here as we sit, it's May 12th. And May has already felt like 300 years long. If we're not taking the correct stance about this energy, if we're not telling ourselves supportive, loving, healthy stories about this energy. Because of course, sure, we could just be like, oh, I'm being tortured and everything is dark and everything is scary and all these things are coming up and it's horrible and I hate it. Annie, how are you gonna move through life like that? The stories that we tell ourselves about everything are of utmost importance. Like, for instance, look at these nails that I got done today. The story that I'm telling myself about them is that they are mermaid, seashell, fairy princess, lake. That's the story that I'm telling myself. They are Cunty, like, so examine the stories you're telling yourself. Do you feel like you're being tortured? Do you feel like everything is so heavy and everything is so dark and everything is so just coming up for the sake of like poop? Or are you telling yourself everything is happening in God's will? Everything is happening in God's timing. And anything that I'm being shown at this point of my life is because my consciousness was supposed to be brought there. Maybe your friends are going through it. Maybe you are having revelations about different things in your life that need to go, or things in your life that need to be moved around. All of this is coming up into your conscious awareness for a good and positive and beautiful reason, if you can tell yourself that. And I know it sounds very cavalier of me to say, like, oh, just throw a good story on it. If you knew what was transpiring in my life, you would understand that this is not a cavalier thing for me to say. If you knew anything about the things that I've survived in this life, you would know that this does not come from a cavalier, uncaring, inexperienced place. Like, I don't just talk about these things. I am decades deep into a very intense healing journey. And that's all I really feel the need to say about that. So examine the stories you're telling about yourself. Examine the stories that you're telling about what's happening right now. And just be really careful, because words are spells. Words are so powerful. The words that we put onto things, the words that we put after I am, are so powerful. I wish my neighbor wasn't blasting some kind of video game right now, because they're going to get a text. All right. They're going to get a text. They're gonna get a text, girl. So I have all three of my decks because she just goes crazy with it. My best friend got me this for Christmas last year. My best friend gave me this for my birthday one year. So we're wrapped in love. We're surrounded with love. And we've already got messages. Wow. Yeah, so I had flipped this one over a long time ago. Trust. Ooh, somebody's going to get a text. Trust that everything that is unfolding right now is for your greatest and highest good. Trust that the feelings that are being triggered up in you right now are coming up for a reason. Perhaps something is reminding you of traumas from the past. Oh, wow. God, I'm so thrown off by sonic disturbances. It's not even funny. So this is the 16 card in numerology. That's a 7, very spiritual number. So spiritual forces are always at play in everything. But a lot of trust is being asked of you right now to understand that nothing is happening to torture you. Nothing is happening because God has abandoned you or your spirit team has abandoned you. Quite the opposite. Anything difficult that you're facing right now is for a divine purpose. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Wands as well. I feel like somebody's preparing to move. Like somebody is getting some downloads about where to move next. This could be a psychological move. This could be a physical move, literally like looking up citizenship laws for another country type of stuff. And the Ace of Pentacles, of course, is new beginnings in the earthly realm. So that's really positive energy, these two cards coming out together with the trust. And trust yourself, too. Trust yourself. You aren't new to this either. You know? As the very goddess who gifted me this shirt and deck would say, you're not new to this. You're true to this. Trust yourself. You've been on this path for a long time. You're not a kid, you know, but you keep your inner child alive, which is so very important. And trust your inner child. Trust what they need from you. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Viper, Hardy Bucks, Chris Tordoff. Hello. Power. Hello. Hi. Hello. Girl. Power. Damn, dude. Listen to this. All right. Trust. Power. Focus. New life. Yo. New life. So I'm going to read this one out of the book because new life is giving me the heebie-jeebies in the best way. What card is that? 4. 4 could be significant for you right now. April could have been a very revolutionary month. Something just flew past my window. Hello. The arrival of new beginnings. What did I just say? The arrival of new beginnings, or the budding start of something beautiful and long-lasting. Drawing this card can indicate a need or desire to start over with a childlike wonder, with a sense of childlike wonder. What did I just say to you? What you are beginning will have a strong impact and far reach. Drawing this card can indicate a positive relationship and or experience. The Ankh symbol being an ancient Egyptian symbol representing eternal life. So literally we've been touching on this energy in my videos for a long time, right? Where the things that are happening right now, the things that are cultivating right now, the seeds that you're planting are ripple effect throughout your whole life. There is an epicness, there is a juicy epicness to what is happening right now that ripple effects back through your whole past and out through your whole future. And that's not to make you feel pressured or like, stressed out and like, you can't, let me throw this hair away. You can't make the wrong move right now. So don't be concerned and don't be sitting there like, all the things that I'm doing are going to have lifelong impact. I have to be very stressed and careful and think about everything super hard and be scared to do anything. Like, no, that's not the vibe. It's like, you kind of can't make the wrong move. You know? I see someone like pacing and wondering if they did the right thing or if they're going to do the right thing or make the right decision. It's like you kind of can't make the wrong decision. I mean, unless you like go out and decide to go on a shooting spree or something, that's the wrong decision. But you see what I'm saying. I think we have enough grounding and brain cells to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's an epicness to this time. There's an acuteness to this time. There is really special, powerful stuff happening. Why do you need your video games to be so loud? Why? I'm sure you could hear them if they were lower. And then I wouldn't be able to hear them also. We have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're, there's a tiredness. There's definitely a need for a lot of self-care. I heard self-monitoring, which sounds intense, but like what I mean by that is like being aware of your own boundaries, you know, like knowing where you should end and where another person should begin. So like this looks like not overextending yourself for people who need your help. This looks like, you know, sending a text of love and being like, hey, I know you're going through it. I love you so much. I simply cannot be available for you today. I'm praying for you. Today is my day. Fill your cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It's said a million times, but it's very much worth repeating, especially for us women who are expected to give and give, and for men too. Men are looked to as protectors and providers, and that's beautiful and natural for the masculine energy. But I want the men to be filling their own cup as well and taking care of themselves and doing their little self-care days and like pampering themselves and taking care of themselves and doing whatever they need to do. It's not a gender-based thing. Like, we're all expected a lot, like there's a lot expected of all of us, no matter who you are. So self-monitoring in like, where might I be overextending myself? And that includes very much work. Like, where are you putting yourself out in the name of perhaps making somebody else really rich? And I feel very called to mention that, like, burning yourself to the ground for your job, you know how I feel about all that. Burning yourself to the ground for your job doesn't necessarily bring you the most abundance that can be available to you. In fact, it absolutely does not. The more juicy and rested and taken care of you are, if you're a man, the more in your masculine energy that you are. If you're a woman, the more feminine in your feminine energy that you are. If you're non-binary, whatever feels right for you, like, the more you are taking care of yourself, the more the guidance will be naturally given to you of what you're supposed to be doing to gain the abundance that was divinely destined for you. So it's 2026, or whenever it is that you're seeing this, we're not hustle culturing anymore. That shit is dead. We don't do that. We're not on the billionaire grind set or whatever out here anymore. We are nurturing ourselves, nourishing ourselves. We are taking care of ourselves. We are taking baths. We are getting our nails and toesies done. Oh my God, I got my nails and toes done today. My poor nail lady had to deal with my 9 toenails. One of them fell off. Hello. And the poor thing, she painted my skin. Not to brag. But it looks like I have 10 toenails now. So we're taking care of ourselves today. We're not burning ourselves to the ground. It is not a noble thing to burn oneself to the ground. We are rejecting that American hustle culture that has run us all into the ground for generations. Millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and all the other older generations who are actually waking up to this, we are rejecting that. It is not noble to burn yourself to the ground for anything or anyone. And I hear somebody out there going, but they need me. You do not exist if you do not take care of yourself. There is no you to be needed if you're not taking care of yourself. If you're not putting yourself first. Putting yourself first is not evil. I think the word selfish has been bastardized so much. And of course there are ways to take it to the extreme, but we're selfish in this house. We make sure that we're good before we try to help others. Because there is no you to help nobody if you're not taking care of yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself to be stepping into this new life. Watch where your focus is going. Focus. Watch what you're focusing on. Because I really like Tony Robbins, and he says, my hair is just falling out. That's okay. We love her. Hello. Tony Robbins says, we don't experience our life. We experience the life we focus on. And this is something that I will drill into your heads. This is a hill that I will die on. The stories you tell about yourself and your life are what you will experience. If you tell yourself you're living in end times, that is what you're going to see. If you tell yourself that the world is beautiful and life is beautiful and it's full, 21:21 on the timer when I look down. If you tell yourself that the world is full of magic and beauty and joy and juiciness and connection and love and gorgeousness, that is what you will see. That is what you will see. And we can hold both. And we can hold both deep pain and compassion in our hearts for those who are suffering, because there is a lot of suffering in the world. And we can do what we can to help take people's suffering away. But we must take care of ourselves first. This should not be a radical concept. So I'm going to wrap up by pulling an Earth Alchemy Oracle. I love this deck. It's so juicy and delicious. It's crystals paired with plants, and this deck is just unreal. It matches my nails. Hello. Hello. Okay. Period. Life is as beautiful and as horrifying as you tell yourself it is. Oh, wow. Aw. Ooh. So a few came out, but I feel like this one is the most pertinent to this message, the Empress Tree. Look at that. Would you look at that? Catalyst for change. The word catalyst has been coming up a lot. Clarity, freedom, unbinding. So let's read the meaning, shall we? The Empress Tree. Why she look? Okay. The Empress Tree holds seeds of light, strength, courage, and speed, helping you navigate between many worlds and realities consciously and with ease. She brings forth a clear connection to the heavens, which brings realizations and deep soul rememberings of your connection to the stars and the universe within you. When you engage with the energies of the Empress Tree, you are ready to move forward and gain clarity and closure on a relationship or situation. If in this closure comes expansion and growth, and she will propel you forward. She acts as a mirror to the divinity of the soul and your emotions, asking you to look at life through a different lens. She asks you to seek the truth in your situation and will be the catalyst for the change that you need if you accept it. In our tree kingdom, she has a hardy presence. Hardy books. Her trunk regenerates up to 7 times. Remember the number 7 coming up earlier? linking her to the mystical energies of 7, a highly spiritual number associated with intuition, mysticism, inner wisdom, and deep inner knowing. The Empress tree radiates the cosmic frequencies of the cosmic mother, holding the symbol of the swirl of life. Perhaps it is time to look at your own connection to your own mother, the divine mother, and the mother within you, to be your own mother and tend and care for yourself in the ways you have always wanted. There is much healing to do along the divine feminine line, and she supports you in this. I feel called to remind us that no matter man, woman, non-binary, whoever, we all have feminine energy within us. We all have masculine energy within us. We all just have a unique balance of it. So men can do divine feminine healing, and we all can do divine feminine healing, and we can all do healing along our relationship with feminine energy as well. She is asking you to stand within her hardy trunk and access her wisdom and light. Ooh, look at that wisdom and light. You will see her expansiveness, ever growing up into the cosmos, ever extending into the earth. What I say about resonating back and forth through your whole life. Follow her golden roots into the earth and the richness of the soil around her. As you explore the expansiveness of her branches, allow yourself to experience this as if you are her. I'm going to put this here so anyone can pause it and take a look at that. Take a look at that. Wow. Lovely, delicious, golden, gorgeous. Love. I love my life. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. It's wild. Cunty Velma, out. I'll see you next time.